Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to replace your coolant temp sensor. Looks like this. You will find it on the radiator of the car. So a sign for this that your coolant temp sensor isn't working is your fans will turn on, say for your AC to cool the condenser, but it doesn't turn on for when the car starts to heat up. So I've already done the fan module and that definitely wasn't it, which you could have knocked out by just knowing that the fans do turn on with the AC. So what we're going to do is replace that coolant temp sensor, and I believe it was only like 22 bucks, something like that, so it's really easy. But for my car's pretty low, so what I'm going to be doing is removing the bumper. So I'm going to be removing the bumper to get to it, but I'll show you where exactly it is. If you look in here, it's right there where my light's shining. Right there, right in the middle of the light. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, since it's attached to the radiator, it is going to drain. So I made a makeshift little catch pan for coolant. That way it doesn't get contaminated with oil. That way if it's still somewhat clean, I can use it still. So we're going to slide this right here. And you can see this knob. Let me see if I can hold both. Right here. All you need to do is twist it. Alright, so like I was showing you before, on this right here, you'll twist it counterclockwise, so to the left, and then you'll pull out and it'll start draining. Just like that. Sorry. Alright, so I pinched this coolant line right here because it was draining out really slow. So I pinched that a couple times and then it just started rushing out just like that. We'll wait till we get this full and then we'll go ahead and close it. That's about as full as I want it. So I'm going to close it and twist it. We'll move this out of the way. If you happen to have another one, feel free to do the same thing with the next catch pan. Alright, so this is catch pan number 2. As you can see, it's still slowly filling it up. We just want to make sure it's low enough that when we take the sensor off up here, this sensor, sorry, let's see if we can, this sensor right here, that way it doesn't leak everywhere. Now we're going to go ahead and we took the connector off the plug right here, and now we're going to find out what size it is. It looks like it's a 29 mil. So we'll see if we can get it to fit on here. It's the only thing I was worried about. There we go. Alright, so it's hard to get a light in here. Come on, buddy. Got the socket on. Sorry, this is so bright. Gosh. Alright. So we got the socket on. I'll go ahead and probably put an extension on it and then throw the ratchet on. Alright guys, we were able to fit the ratchet on the socket here. It's a little 2-inch extension, I believe. Could be 2.5. Nah, yeah. So we got it on. We're going to go ahead and try to take her off. This is actually really loose. Alright, so here's what it looks like. Got a gasket on it. It's nearly impossible for me to get a good light in here. Alright, so we got that in. Let's put the socket on it. Socket, now we'll do the extension. Remember, it doesn't have to be crazy tight, it is plastic. And just so you guys are aware, I did unplug this to make more room. So we'll plug that back in. And that was just an empty connector. Alright, there we go, connector's on. Which that means now we can go ahead and start filling back up the coolant.